Okay, good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm going to explain some of the things from my previous video so that you could better understand it. All species are symbiotically connected. Some species are from the Holy Spirit's genetics. Some are from Satan's genes and are defected. If you pair the Shatanic species with the Holy Spirit species, their defects can be corrected. Life then returns to peace, love, and happiness, and no one's success is contested. So I drew some examples. So like let's say this is the Holy Spirit, and if you take the RNA from the mind and put it into eggs, they become people. Take the RNA of the throat and put it into eggs, they become some birds. If you take the RNA of the heart and put it into eggs, they become cattles and buffaloes and bovine, and then ants and bees as well. So if you take the species that are Shatanic, certain groups of humans that are normally elite, that are normally leaders of a society, they are like from Shatan. They normally marry their brothers and sisters, or close family members. The throat of Shatan will become like bats. The heart will become like crocodiles and snakes, and then the feet will be like spiders and so all the species that are from the Holy Spirit are symbiotic, they are probiotic, they benefit the environment, they form social groups that are headed by alpha male or alpha female. And all the species that are from Shatan, they're normally venomous, parasitic, predatory, solitary. They normally go a long time without food, and they're selfish. They like to be territorial. Okay. So, um, Okay, in certain generations, in certain times, God's own DNA becomes segmented. It's put into a virus, the virus is put into a mosquito, and then a woman is selected. The virus is passed by a mosquito bite, the woman is infected, the virus finds an ovary and attaches to an egg, and the DNA segment is injected. In 9 months, God becomes embodied and is manifested. This occurs every time a mass extinction event is detected, so that certain humans, plants, and animals can be protected. So buy some rice, buy some millet, buy some maize, some G-nuts, and soy, because food prices will rise and photosynthesis will be prevented. I will build a shelter so that incapable and helpless people can be collected, and plant watermelons, pumpkins, and vine fruits inside your house that produce thick foliage so that your respiration can be defended. Don't force people to accept this message, because some people, when they hear the truth, some people become offended. The Holy Spirit is within everyone. You can switch it on for yourself to be elected. So the way you can switch on the Holy Spirit within yourself is a breathing technique. You breathe in 8 seconds and hold for 2 seconds, breathe out for 8 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, and repeat that for like 20 or 30 minutes. Okay? Death and resurrection is like the metamorphosis of a beetle. After you die, your blood evaporates into the sky, and water records memory. A solid body of heavy metal is currently developing. Your water is collected and infused into your new body, and then it embryologically develops. You are then awakened on Judgment Day and then evaluated and designated an occupation. Everything on the earth is training for the afterlife. The first 1,000 years of afterlife is on the earth. When you are properly educated by God and the angels, you will be provided with a spaceship to perform your job. Every Sabbath, we will break from our job and assemble before God, and God will deliver a sermon. In the pupation stage, insects have to be encased, because if they are exposed to air, they become decomposed. If you have anger issues, jealousy, and bad feelings, it will cause yourself to become combusted. So everything is written in the scriptures. However, many scriptures are mistranslated or misrepresented. So here's an example of a mummification process. The pharaohs used to mummify, and the ancient people, because they were actually demonstrating that they understood death and resurrection. So in the ancient Egypt and in some cultures, it's actually it's resurrection is symbolized by a beetle. So if you look at the mummification process, it's similar to a insect incubation. Okay. So these are the diatoms. These are algae cells. In the next life, they grow gigantic and they will be your spaceship. You will learn how to ride and drive one. So here's an example of what happens when a mass extinction event occurs. The spaceship or the cube, which is called New Jerusalem, which is called Kingdom of Heaven, which is called Beitul Ma'mur, Swagar Loka. In different cultures, it has different names, but it's always the same description. It's a cube, 1,400 miles by 1,400 miles by 1,400 miles, or 2,000 kilometer by 2,000 kilometer by 2,000 kilometer. It comes down to the earth. It doesn't touch down, but it gets close, and then it opens up like a Christmas box. And the 7 layers go to 7 different continents, and then a glass dome is put over it to protect it. Then the water from the fountain, it flows into the earth, and the seeds from the trees in the garden, they scatter into the earth, so the old earth will be converted into a brand new earth. So that's what happens at every extinction event. So here's an example. So the spaceship kind of comes down. The 7 layers go to 7 different continents. So here's a possible example of what a person may look like after death and resurrection. So that's not actually a helmet. That's crowns and helmets will actually be your body parts. So these are the 2 antennae. Some people will have horns and they will serve as antenna, and these are parietal eyes, because insects have parietal eyes in between their compound eyes. So that's a possibility, but I'll draw more. Anyway, thank you for your time, and please check out my other videos.